Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome to today's video. We are here to talk about some new Natasha Denona goodies. Natasha Denona recently came out with the My Mini Dream palette. I do have her midi size dream palette. I love it, so I wanted to pick this up. And she came out with the My Mini Glow Blush, My Mini Dream Glow Blush. I did not get her blush palette that came out with the My Dream collection, but I did purchase the eyeshadow palette. And out of her lip products, I am wearing them today. I have the lip liner and the lipstick. I did not get the lip gloss. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna zoom you in. We are going to apply the face products and then create two eye looks together. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay, so I want to start with the face, and I do have the mini My Dream Glow Blush. This is, I believe, two blushes in one, and then you have a highlighter. Now, I've heard people say you can mix them together, you can create like a glowy blush. I think what I'm going to do for the purpose of this video is mix the two blushes together and then use the highlighter as a highlighter. I don't know if I could just get one of the blushes. I mean, I do have this Singe F06, which may be able to get in there and get just one of the blushes, but if you see how small this is, like, it literally fits in the palm of my hand, so it is rather small. It's smaller than I anticipated it being when I saw some of my girlfriends uploading their videos. I noticed just how small it was. I do think with the Singe F06, I could dip into like just one of these, but any other blush brush, I mean, look at my highlighter brush from Sigma, my tapered highlighter. Like, it's so large that I feel like it would be difficult to use it separately, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix them together. I do have bronzer on right now, but that's it, and all of my other makeup products will be listed down below. So what I'm going to do is just kind of tap into both of these. I am getting product here. I'm just going to touch a little bit off, and we are going to go ahead, and I like to start right here at the back of my cheek. Ooh, this is pigmented. Okay. These are very pigmented blushes, and then I'm going to dust some onto the apples of my cheeks. This Singe brush is nice because it is smaller than some of the other blush brushes that I have, so I feel like I can really get a precise application. That's really pretty. I don't have any on this side. It is just a very like nice, I'm trying to cover the sunlight, but it's a very nice like mauvey pink blush. Definitely pigmented. Okay, I am going in with the pigment. I want to build it up because I want you to be able to see it. And I mean, I like a lot of blush. That is so pretty. No blush over here, blush over here. This is my type of blush shade. It looks to be matte to me. So if you do like those blushes that are a little bit glowier, then you could mix all three together. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my Sigma switch to clean off my highlighter brush, and I'm going to go into the highlight right here, which looks to be almost maybe like a little bit of a pinky champagne. I do love the Natasha Denona highlighter formula. The Super Glow is my absolute favorite. This one looks a little bit deeper than my Super Glow. Like, my Super Glow is very icy. This one is a little bit deeper. I don't know if I would call it, let me try and look in the mirror. I don't know that I would call it champagne. It is more of a pinky type of blush. And I don't think it's quite as bright as the Super Glow, but I think it's beautiful. Let me turn the brightness up just a touch. I am playing around with lighting, so you can see I have a little bit of light in the background. You'll have to let me know what you think about that, and I'm just gonna kind of mix it all together. I think for this side, what I'll do is I'll just kind of mix all of them together and see what it looks like if I do that and just kind of create a glowy blush situation. I'll be honest, it still feels kind of matte to me. I don't know that it really feels super glowy. I mean, let me tap a little bit more into the highlighter. Yeah, I think personally, my personal preference is going to be to use the blush as blush and the highlighter as highlighter. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose just because I've been into that lately. Not quite sure why, but I am. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more highlighter on this side just because I feel like when it's mixed together, it's not quite glowy enough for me. I really love a highlight. If you're into a more subtle highlight, that may be your thing. I definitely don't think that this highlighter is as glowy as the Natasha Denona Super Glow. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. But it is beautiful. There are no specks of glitter, no chunks of glitter. It just glides on nicely. I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight on the nose here. I have been into putting bronzer, blush, and highlighter on my nose lately. I don't know why, but I have been. I like this face duo though. I'm into a mini. It's pigmented. The blushes, I would say, are more matte. You have a little highlighter in there, but it's definitely my type of color story. Now let's go ahead and dip into the eyeshadows. Natasha Denona eyeshadows are my absolute favorite, and I've really been into like minis lately. I love her middies. Her middies are my favorite also. I have been into minis recently. I do like the 5 pans. Now, listen, am I gonna get a wide variety of looks? Probably not, but I do wanna create 2 looks today. I have not swatched this yet, and I wanna use all of the shades. So we're just gonna do 1 look on each eye. Like I mentioned, I am using my Sigma switch to clean my brushes in between because I need to clean them. I also do have a visitor in here. My daughter is in here helping me film today. She's on her iPad. I'm gonna use my VK201 and I'm gonna go into the lightest shade right here. I already know that I love the Natasha Denona formula, so this is just me playing around with eyeshadows and we're gonna see what I can come up with. Now, like I did say, I do love the middies. I love the midi My Dream. I don't know if the My Dream or the retro of Natasha Denona is my favorite. It honestly depends on the day. If you ask me, it depends on the day what I would tell you my favorite is, but it's definitely a favorite for me. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use that actually on both eyes because it is the lightest shade. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know if the My Dream or the retro, the midi palettes, which one is my favorite? I'm not sure. Now I do want to say I have seen some of my girlfriends mention, I want to say maybe it was Leah Janae, that this reminds her more of the mini I Need a Nude, and I would agree. The color story is giving me more like nude vibes than the My Dream, but I'm fine with it. I know there already was a mini nude, so like you can't have another mini nude, so I'm cool with it, but I think it's pretty either way. So I think on this side we're just gonna go with like a lighter, more traditional eye maybe, so I'm gonna dip into this shade right here. There are names, but y'all, I can never figure out how to read the names properly on the back, so I'm just gonna show you, and if you have the palette, you can check it out yourself. Did you get this palette? Did you get the blush? Did you get the originals? I was super excited when I saw this. Not only was I excited just because of what it is, but I was also excited because I am a Rouge member at Sephora, and I recently traded 2,500 Sephora points for the $100 Rouge gift card, and so I actually got these using my Rouge gift card, and I was really, really excited about that. I'm going to take one of my very dirty Sigma pencil brushes and just go into this medium brown shade right here. These are the type of tones that I go into every day, and I've honestly just been into smaller eyeshadows because I would say on average I use 3, maybe 4 eyeshadows with each look. And y'all, I'm a teacher, I'm a mom, like I love putting on makeup, but I don't have the time that I used to have. Like when I started my channel back in the day, I had all the time in the world on the weekend to play with makeup, and I don't have that anymore. So I feel like I'm constantly on the go. So palettes like this are quick and easy for me. I'm gonna take my, nope, I want one that's a little bit fluffier. Y'all, I need to clean, I'm not kidding. These are my dirty brushes. I have a ton of clean brushes behind me that I'm not using because I'm a weirdo, but this is my E33 from Sigma. I want like a fluffier one to blend out. I do have fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eye, so I really do like to blend it out. So then what I want to do is go into this lightest shimmer shade in the middle. I'm going to use my BK203. I am going to spray it with Fix Plus, and we will put this on my lid. And let's just put this all over the lid. And then I feel like this is a beautiful, just like everyday, cool toned look, easy to get. I mean, this honestly would take like 2 or 3 minutes. It's taking me a while because I'm talking to you, but if I was just doing this on my own, it would take 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so for this side, I want to go a little bit deeper and darker. This is my E24 from Sigma and the Beauty and the Beast collection, and we're going to go into this deepest shade right here. And what I'm going to do is tap off a little bit. I'm going to put this all over the lid. I want to create a little bit of a smokier vibe, but I want to go in with a brush that's a little bit fluffier to lay it down. I'm switching brushes. That one seemed a little bit too fluffy, so I'm going in with the Singe EO4. Again, I'm going to tap into the deepest shade, and this one I feel like will work a little bit better because it still has the fluff, but it is a little bit more dense. And I'm going to work first on just getting this down onto the lid and then blending it out. So I'm going in with the Singe EO2 and the mid-tone brown shade, and we are going to use that to blend the lighter shade in with the deeper shade in my crease. And that gives it kind of like a gradient look. I like to start by laying down like my lightest shade, and then I typically go in with a fluffy brush with the deepest shade, and then I like to have something in the middle to blend the two together. And this is just going to take a moment of blending. And to blend it all out, we're going to go in with the lightest shade again and just go right above that entire area because I like a very blended look, if you haven't noticed. I'm going to go in with that same pencil brush, but I'm going to dip into the deeper shade and focus this just on the outer part of my eye. I do have small eyes, so that's why I don't like to take it all the way in. I'm just going to put it on the outer part, and then I'm going to blend it in with the lighter shade. This is an E42 from Sigma, smaller, the lightest shade, and I'm going to start on the inner part and then blend it out because my goal is to merge the deeper shade with the lighter shade. Get a nice blend. Okay, so I personally think you could totally stop here and just go for a smoky eye, but I want to use all of the shades, so we are going to take the deeper shade and just the other side of my BK203, and we are going to apply that on the lid. Again, I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus. And we will just pop it right on here. Love a good shimmer. Having the darker base underneath helps to keep that smoky effect. But I do like it because it is a nice shimmer and sheen, but it's still keeping like the depth and darkness of the smoky eye. Which initially, I mean, if I look at this, I'm not looking at this and saying, oh my gosh, I can create a nice smoky eye. I mean, you totally can, but that's not what I initially saw in the palette. So I'm excited I'm just doing a little blending. I'm excited to see that we can keep it dark and vampy. I like an inner corner pop. We're gonna see how this works as an inner corner. I just apply it with my finger and pop it right here. I typically like it a little tiny bit brighter, but you know what we can do is we can go into the blush and take a little bit of the highlighter here and also just pop that on the inner corner to brighten it up as well. I am going to go ahead and do some mascara and then I'll come back to show you these two finished looks. Okay, so here we have the two finished looks, and you can kind of consider it a third look. If you take the smoky eye and take the shimmer out of it, I mean, the two looks would be like really similar, but we have, of course, this one right here, which is the more like neutral, daytime, quick and easy, every day. If you're going out for like girls' night, date night, you just want something a little smoky, a little deeper. You could also go in with some like deep, liner on the upper lash line and like lighter on the lower to brighten it up and make your eyes look larger. You could go in with a false lash, but I'm kind of digging it, y'all. I'm kind of digging it. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out and we can wrap up the video. You'll have to let me know what you think of these two looks, which one is your favorite, which one is more you. I have to say, I was happy to see that I could get two distinct looks, because when you do have a smaller eyeshadow palette, whether it's a quad or a quint, you know, it is a little bit more challenging to get a variety of looks, because like we have 3 brown tone shades and 2 shimmers, right? But this does show the versatility of the palette. You can have something lighter, you can have something deeper, you could, you know, kind of deepen this with this one, you could lighten this with this one, you know, it gives you a variety here. It gives you a variety. So, I mean, I don't really have much to say about this. It's the great Natasha Denona formula that I love. It's a smaller palette. I'm definitely gonna get use out of it. I really enjoy the color story. As far as the blush goes, the My Mini Dream Glow Blush. Why is that hard for me? I don't know why that's hard for me to say, but I will definitely be using this more. It's my kind of cheek color. It is a matte. The blushes are matte, and I will be using the highlighter separately, because even when I felt like I mixed all 3 of them together, I have dry skin, so I really want glow, and I feel like it just didn't give me enough glow. But I mean, the blush I felt like was super pigmented. It's beautiful. It applies nicely. There's no patchiness. I really like this singe brush to apply it, though. I'm gonna say that because I feel like, because this is so small, how many times can I say because? I feel like since this is so small, it would be hard to get a larger brush in there. Like if I were to go in with my Sigma, this is one of my Sigma large angle contours that I use for blush. I mean, I can do it, but it's gonna take up a lot of space. So I really feel like a smaller tool like this singe brush is the way to go. But I think it looks beautiful. I'm excited about this collection. Of course, I already love the lipstick that I had from the initial launch, so I'm super excited. You'll have to let me know your thoughts down below. Did you purchase this? Are you going to purchase it? Do you have something similar in your collection that you are going to reach into? I would love to know, but otherwise, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm sorry that it's up a little bit later, but you know, I had a sick kid on New Year's, duty calls, had to take care of my baby. We are filming it now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.